Okay, welcome to lesson 3. Today we are going to look at strings. By the end of this lesson, you are supposed to be able to define a string, create strings, use quotation marks, explain string indexing, use positive and negative indexes, slice a string, reverse a string using slicing, use the split function, join function, zfill function, bin function, and count function. Alright, let's get into it. Today we're learning about strings. In Python, a string is a text. Any word, sentence, phone number, address, or message placed inside quotation marks is treated as a string. For example, a person's name can be stored as a string. An email address can be stored as a string. Even numbers can be strings when they are inside quotation marks. Okay, take a look at this. Name, okay. Okay, in this example, we have name and phone number. All contain strings because the values are inside quotation marks. These values are inside quotation marks. Even though the phone number contains digits, Python sees it as a text because it is written inside quotation marks. Okay. A string can be written using either double quotation marks or single quotation marks. Double quotation marks or single quotation marks. Okay. So a string is a sequence of characters placed inside quotation marks. Characters can be letters, digits, spaces, or symbols. Okay. Let's talk about string indexing. Okay, let me first delete this. Okay, perfect. Let's talk about string indexing. Python stores each character in a string at a specific position. That position is called an index. The most important rule is that Python starts counting from 0, not from 1. Python starts counting from 0, not from 1. So for example, in this variable name, B is at position 0. R is at position 1. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, let me run the code. You see, I printed the variable name and the position 0, and I got what? I got B. Okay, so when I write name open square brackets and put 0 inside, I'm asking Python to give me the character at position 0. This is the character at position 0. Okay, so then if I write name open square bracket and then 1, if I print that, it gave me R because R is at the index 1. Okay, so let's move on to negative indexing. Python also allows us to count characters from the end of a string. For this, we use negative indexes. The last character is at index -1. The second last character is at index -2. This one, if I want the last character of this particular string, it's -1. Let me save the code. Then I run it. See, here on my terminal, it printed N. That is that's the last character of the variable name. Okay, so if you want it's -2 and so on. Okay, so you're probably wondering why negative indexing is useful. So negative indexing is useful when we want characters from the end but do not want to count how long the string is. Maybe you're working with a very long string. You don't want to count the characters of that string, but you want the last character of that particular string. That's when negative indexing is useful. So always know that -1 in indexing, that means the last character in the string. Okay, so let us move on to string errors. Let me just clear here. A string only has a certain number of valid positions. The word Python has 6 characters. Okay, let's change this one to Python. Okay, for them. The word Python has 6 characters, so its valid positive indexes are 0 up to 5, not 1 up to 6. So trying to access an index that does not exist causes an error. Like this. I'm trying to access the character index number 6, but it doesn't exist. This variable has a maximum of 5 characters. Okay, let me run the code. See, I got an error, index error, string index out of range. So Python gives an index error because index 6 does not exist in the word Python. The final valid index is 5. This n is 5. Remember that Python starts counting from 0. Remember that Python starts counting from 0, not 1. Okay. Now let us move on to string slicing. Indexing gives us one character. Slicing gives us a section of a string. So when you work with string indexing, you only get one character. Sometimes you want to work with a section of a string. This is where string slicing comes in. So the structure of string slicing is like this. We have the variable, open square bracket, we have start and end. This is the string slicing structure. The starting index is included, but the ending index is not included. So the starting index is included, but the ending index is not included. Okay, let's use let's change this variable again. Let's call it let's just say Python programming over here. Okay, fine. Okay, so P is index number 0, Y is 1, T is 2, H is 3, and so on. Okay, so let us print this print name of the variable, open square brackets, 1, this, okay, 5. Okay, that's fine. Okay, remember what I said. The starting index is included. This starting index is included, but the ending index is not included. So this is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is index number 5. But look, when I ran the code, it only printed index number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Index number 5 wasn't included. So always remember that when working with string slicing, the starting index is included, but the ending index is not included. So if you want, if I wanted to print Python, so if I also wanted to involve to print this n, I was supposed to set the ending index to number 6. As you can see here, this time n was included. Okay. So when the starting position is missing, Python starts from the beginning. This is what I mean. Like this. When the starting position is missing, Python starts from the beginning. Okay. So which means Python is going to start from what? Index 0, this letter P. Okay. Now let us move on to slicing with a step. Okay. Slicing can also include a third number called the step. The full structure is like this. We have the variable name, open square bracket, start, your semicolon, end, and then step. Okay. So this step tells Python how many positions to move each time. This step, this one, it tells Python how many positions to move each time. Okay. So okay, let's print that out. Print. Okay, then wait. Let's change the variable this time. Let's work with the word. Yeah, let's just say programming. Okay, word, open square bracket, semicolon, 2. Then we run the code. See what was printed PORMIG here on the terminal. So Python starts from the beginning. Since we didn't include anything here in the beginning, we didn't include any indexes. Python starts from the beginning and takes every second character. What do I mean about that? Look, it printed P. It started from the beginning. Take the second character, that's O, and then the second character, that's R, and then the second character, that is M, second character, that is I, second character, that is G. Okay, so with this with start and step, Python with start and step, the step tells Python how many positions to move each time. So with here didn't include anything. Starts from P, move 2 positions, of which is 0, 1, takes this one, then 0, 1, takes this one, 0, 1, and then takes this one. Okay, let us move on to part 7. Which is reversing a string. A useful slicing technique is reversing a string. We use a step of -1 because we want Python to move backwards. Okay, we have our word here, programming. Okay, so let's print it. That it's word, open square brackets, semicolon, -1. Save it. See, this is what we call reversing a string. Okay, let me explain it slowly for you. The first semicolon, this is the first semicolon. It means you are not choosing a special starting point. The first semicolon means you're not choosing a special starting point. If you want to choose a special starting point, you can put any index there. Okay. Then the second semicolon, this one, it means we are not choosing a special end. The second colon means we are not choosing a special ending point. And then -1 means move backwards 1 character at a time. If you want, you can move it 3 characters at a time. It's up to you, depending on the type of project that you're working on. Okay. So always remember that this is what string indexing. This reverses a string because the step is a negative one. Alright. Let's talk about some important string methods and function. So strings are, let me first clear my terminal and this block of code. Okay. Strings become much more useful when we use methods and functions. A method is an action attached to a value, usually written using a dot. A function can receive a value inside brackets. Okay. So I want us to focus on methods and functions that often appear in exam questions. Okay. Function number 1 is the split function. Okay. Imagine let me tell you what the split function is. The split function breaks one string into smaller pieces and returns a list. So a split function breaks one string into smaller pieces and returns a list. So I imagine an IPv4 address written as IPv4 address, alright. It's written usually it's like this. Okay, these are just random numbers. This is not my actual IPv4 address. The dots separate 4 different numbers. We can ask Python to break the string wherever it finds a dot. Alright, so let me make this a string and I assign it to a variable. Let's call it IP. Alright, let's save our paths equals IP dot split. Okay, print paths. Okay, let me save it, then I run the code. So before I said the split function breaks one string into smaller pieces and returns a list. Here's your list. So it broke this IPv4 address into what? Into a list. It splitted it using this dot that's in this IPv4 address. So the output uses square brackets because split returns a list. In Python, square brackets define a list. So each part is still a string because it came from text. Remember that. So each part is still a string because it came from what? From text. Okay. The split function separates the address into a list of strings. We can later convert those strings into integers using the int function. Okay, we're going to cover this function as time goes. Okay, let us talk about another function, join. Okay. So the join function joins several strings together using a chosen operator. So the join function joins several strings together using a chosen operator. Okay, so dot split breaks one string apart, and then join does the opposite. It joins separate strings together. Okay, like this. So let's say we have parts. Okay, 172. Let's say 16. Let's say 32. Okay. Oh yeah, or it's an IPv4 address. Let's also say 4. All right, and then IP dot. Oh no, it's actually IP. Assign it to a variable. Print IP. Okay, let me clear my terminal. Run. Okay. So the joins function joins several strings together using a chosen operator. So I ran this code. Look now, it joined these strings together into one chosen string. So the dot, this one before dot join is the separator. So this dot before dot join is the separator. It means place a dot between every item in the list. So it means place a dot between every item in the list. These are the items. So it means place a dot between every item in the list. Okay. So the join function joins strings. So the join function joins string items together. The items being joined should already be strings. Remember that they should already be strings. Okay. Let's talk about another function, the bin function. What? Yeah, this one, the bin function. So bin converts an integer into a binary string. So the bin function converts an integer into a binary string. Computers work with binary numbers made from zeros and ones. Python provides the bin function to convert a normal decimal integer into binary. So we can have a number equals 5 as a binary number, the bin number. Then we print what? Binary number. This is the output. The actual binary digits are 101. Python adds 0b at the beginning to show us that the number is represented in binary form. So the actual digits are 101. Okay. So 0b is Python's prefix showing that the value is written in binary. The binary digits come after the prefix. Okay.